Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I like the guitar work there. It's pretty cool. Take 6, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Yeah, we're back in VR, back in X-Plane 11, back in the TorqueSim SR22. We got the red carbon livery right there. 328 Golf Echo. Yeah, it's like it's basically like going from 2D to VR 3D is like diving into a cool pool on a hot summer day. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna be doing Cold and Dark um, in this great plane. To me, one of the best GA study level planes that has yet to be produced for X-Plane 11. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by TorqueSim. Glad you're doing well. Take 6. I'm not sponsored by TorqueSim. I bought this plane with my own hard-earned money, and I'm glad I did. It was, you spend money on third-party planes and X-Plane, and especially when you buy one from that company that starts with a C, and you wonder, you look at the videos and you look at the reviews and stuff, and you wonder what you're getting. And I'm telling you, when you buy this plane, if you like flying the SR22, this is the best one that's ever been created for a sim. Hands down, the best. Anyway, we're going to get into flying it, and we're at Yucca Valley today in California. We're going to be flying for a VR Aviation Group in FSEconomy, because my last stream on Thursday night, when I was flying FSEconomy in Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete that because there seems to be some bug in, I think it's FSEconomy's client when running with Flight Simulator, FS 2020, because I'm able to get it to work on its own, the flight sim. But when I use the client, it crashes and I get this exception error, unable to handle exception error. So anyway, sort of like a continuation of that stream where we're going to fly in FSEconomy, but this time in a GA plane, only a 3-seater, 3-passenger. So it's not a big money maker, but it's a joy to fly, and that's what we're going to do today. So, yeah, this is the plane with a parachute. Take 6. It's got a built-in. I forget what there's an acronym for the system. Let me just see if I can find it. It's it's called the CAP system, Cirrus Airframe Parachute System. That's what it's called, CAPS. That should be easy to remember, because actually, when you hit, I think it's 200 feet or 500 feet after you take off, you basically say caps and flaps. So flaps up and cap system is activated or available after 500 feet. Because after I guess you figure below 500 feet, you're going to glide in. If you need to crash and it won't have enough time for the parachute to deploy, you have to be at 500 feet or above, I believe. But anyway, yeah, this is the one, and it actually works on this model. I'm not going to test it today, hopefully, but it's there if we need it, which is cool. And hey, Minty, hello from across the pond in the UK, I would imagine. The big pond. Thanks for joining, Minty. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a great, Saturday afternoon in your case. Hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. So let's take a look at what's on tap. Yeah, the oh crap system. Yeah, right. You hope you never have to use that. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look what's on tap. So we're going from Yucca Valley, Lima 22 to Calvetta Meadows, which is just a little northwest of McCarran, Las Vegas, right here. It's kind of like tucked in the Spring Mountains here. I actually used to own these two FBOs in in FS Economy. I recently sold a network in this area that I was building up, but I decided to sell it and focus more on planes. And there's a reason for that, because um, those of you that are involved with FS Economy know that it's very difficult to make a profit when you own FBOs, unless you have one that's like in a really, really hot area, like Tampa or JFK or not even JFK, LaGuardia, those kind of airports. It's really, even with the influx of new users, it's very difficult to make money, make a profit in FBOs. So I had built this thing out to about 7 two-lot FBOs in this whole area, and it was actually a lot of fun to fly. But I started taking a look at it, I'm like, I'm not making any money from this. And I originally decided to do this because I wanted to build a network in the Pilot Edge area, and I was going to tie all these two-lotters in with a three-lotter. And let me tell you, finding a three-lotter or convincing someone to sell you their three-lot FBO in this area, I mean, forget it. Okay, it ain't gonna happen. These people are not selling their FBO, their three-lot FBOs. So I realized it was kind of like impossible. It was the impossible dream. So what I did was I sold it all for like 2.7 million or something like that, and I bought a bunch of TBM 930s, which is now pretty popular FS Economy plane for FS 2020, and I got them all over in hot airports, and I'm renting them out. I'm making like 3 times the money renting the airplanes. So a little lesson there: FBOs, unless you got the hot ones, very difficult to make money in those. So we do well with the VR Aviation FBOs, like at Cape May and Roanoke and that network, because we've got group members that fly them, and that helps that helps. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Thanks for joining, man. Good morning to you too. Always see Alan on Saturday mornings. Good to see you. Yeah, so that was my logic behind that. It was sad to see it go because it took me about a year to build it up, maybe a little longer. But anyway, I still love flying there. And one of the reasons why I want to fly here today is because, yes, FS 2020 has beautiful scenery, but I want to show you today, especially in VR, when you're using Ortho 4XP, because this is all Ortho. I have all Ortho overlays in this whole area. Just how great the mountains look in this area in the California and Nevada desert. They look incredible. Yeah, the buildings don't look great. Okay, we got that. All right. But the scenery looks pretty damn cool. Does it ride? Is it as good as FS 2020? No, but it's not bad either when you're using Ortho and X-Plane. Plus you got VR. So anyway, let's get to it. That's going to be our flight for today. Got a lot to talk about in the world of VR. Could talk about the Quest, but when you get a moment, if you're on Facebook, check out the VR Aviators group on Facebook. 25 or 2,600 people, I think we got now. Close to 2,600. 25, yeah, 2,500. All folks that are interested in VR aviation. So if you're interested, it's a great place. Check it out. Join up there and get in the conversation. If you're looking to get into VR aviation, there's dozens of people here that have taken the arrows for you that can help you with answering questions and helping you avoid pitfalls and stuff like that. So check this out if you're interested in getting educated on the VR aviation area. And we got some cool things coming soon with VR aviation, with the G2 coming out in November for those who pre-ordered it, and a lot of other cool stuff. So check that out if you're interested. All right, so let's get to it. Let's see. Let's see. Just want to make sure I got everything copacetic here. Let's get into this plane. And there you go. Got your chat right there. Good morning, guys. Let's get myself situated here. All right. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Now, there is a couple problems with this plane. You know me. I'm always going to keep it real, right? So one of the problems, and I'm going to let them know, I just haven't had a chance, is that sometimes the laser pointer doesn't work, right? Sometimes the laser pointer doesn't work, and but after a while it does work. And the other problem is accessing the prime with the mouse is really with the what do you call it? The controller, okay, is very difficult. Like it's impossible. I haven't figured out the right angle to do it. And what I have to do is I have to initiate the VR mouse to do that, and that's kind of a pain. Hey Bruce, good morning to you. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a great Saturday. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to see that now. I'm hitting the laser button and the laser's not coming on, so I got to talk to them about that. I'm not sure if that's a TorqueSim issue. See, like right there, it's kind of sketchy. All right, so bat 2 is on, which is our reserve battery, and we're going to get this up there. We want to make sure that it's charged. Oh, I know what I want to do. There's one thing I needed to do. Always forget to do this, but I have to go into the menu for. This is the menu for the SR22, and I want to make sure I want to turn glass reflections off. Make sure I just always hit the charge battery, and under Load Manager, FSE override, fill the oxygen tanks, maintenance. I just like to do this. I'm not sure what it does, but I just do it. I never do overhaul engine, obviously. Refill the oil, so we're good there. And everything's copacetic there. So let's get rid of that. All right, so we've got... I'm not sure why I'm not hearing audio from the plane. I thought I would be getting an alarm, but I guess I'm not. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're going to get bat 1 on, so we can get the plane started up. There we go. We got the alarm. We know that bat 1's working because that little light comes on the flaps. Okay. And after a little bit, this little alarm will go away. And the MFD is going to come up. We're going to hit that. All right. Get in the engine parameters. Get there. And should be able to, there we go, set that off. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to want to go mixture full. We're going to want to go max power. Okay. And I could actually go to the checklist, but I kind of know how to do this already. All right. And what we're going to want to do, and you can see here, I'm going to go down here. I want to try to prime this engine, and I can't do it. See, it doesn't let me, like I'm grabbing that, it doesn't let me change it. And I can't do it with the pointer either, so I can put it on boost, no problem, but I can't put it to prime. So what I have to do is I always go to the mouse. I turn on the VR mouse. I have a keystroke to do that, and this is even sometimes difficult too. And I go, come on. Sometimes the VR mouse doesn't exactly let you grab what you want to do. Come on. Why is it not working? Try it again. Alright, let's see if that works now. Come on. Damn it. See, this is I struggle with this. I struggle with it all the time. I could put the boost on. That doesn't work either. Let me just try something here. See, I can't do that. So, go back to the VR mouse, and hopefully this time it'll work. Doesn't work. Let's see if I can control something else. It doesn't let me control that. So this is something that they've got to fix here. Not sure why it's not working. We'll get it. We'll get it. There you go. 2, 3. That's it. Put it on boost. Bring this back to 1/4. And turn off the VR mouse, because I hate that thing. And then what we're going to do here is, let me just get myself, so that we should be primed. And I got the key, ignition key set up on, so we should be good to go here. Come on, start up. Come on. Come on. It started up beautifully yesterday. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, come on, baby. We want mixture full, so. There we go. All right, good. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I hate the way they did the mouse too, the VR mouse. But the problem with this plane is I can't access the primer with the touch controller. All right, beautiful. All right, so we're good here. We're gonna bring her down to 1,000. And we don't need no stinking checklist. We got all this. I know how to do all this shit. So let's get our alternators on, our avionics on. I should have had the strobe on before. We got all our lights and stuff on. Let's let her warm up a little bit. Bring up the engine parameters. You can see we're starting to warm up. Take the EGT a little bit of time to come up here. Oops. Uh-oh. What the hell was that? Ooh. For some reason I just... Okay, so this is an Oculus Windows problem. Hold on, let me just see here, because it looks fine. Something's happened. This is an Oculus issue right now. There we go. Hold on, hold on. Something's going on with Oculus here. I mean, with X-Plane. Yeah, that was an X-Plane issue. All right, we just had a bomb. All right, let's do this. All right, let me shut down. Let me see if I can resume flight. Nope. All right, we're having a little technical difficulties here. I'm going to shut down X-Plane, restart X-Plane, guys. And this time we'll just start up with the engines running. Something happened there with X-Plane 11. Happens sometimes. What I've come to realize is that all sims crash. At one time or another. VR is working fine, as you can see that. VR is working just fine. So I just earned some rewards from Oculus Home. Oh, well. After November, I'm not going to be using Oculus Home anymore. All right, so let's get this let's get X-Plane 11 cranking here again. It was weird. It seemed like I put the controller on the key instance on the dashboard, and something happened there. I'm not sure. I didn't get your typical X-Plane crash, like, do you want to send a report kind of thing. So that was weird, but oh well. All right, let's get new flight. We're going to go into here, customize. We're going to start engines this time. Failures, just in case. Check the failures. Although I don't think these have anything to do with that. We're L22. We can go here. Okay, we'll taxi. And we're going to go that. Start it. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure if that was an X-Plane or a TorqueSim. If that's the TorqueSim, that's the first time I've ever had it crash X-Plane 11. You know, maybe it was because I had the Move VR thing in there. I don't know. I've done that before without a problem. You know, it's hard to diagnose these because there's so many factors involved, right? You've got multiple plugins running in X-Plane 11, including FS Economy. You got the Move VR plugin running. You got Oculus Home running. You've got all that stuff. I've got the Oculus Mirror running, and I've got OBS running, and I've got Chrome running, and all this other stuff. So it's kind of hard to diagnose where the issue was. But anyway, listen, if you haven't checked it out, check out my YouTube channel. I just posted this video, the hip hop flight model. It's kind of interesting with the new patch of FS 2020. I found that in the TBM and I think the Longitude, a couple other planes, if you climb to like 10,000 feet and level off, put it on autopilot. Actually, I used FLC. So the sequence is I used FLC, climb to 10,000 feet, it levels off, and then it goes into this. Well, let me show you.
There is a huge fundraising deadline coming up for Senate Democrats.
Copy.
And they need your help right now.
Someone didn't like it. I think that's so funny. I realized when I captured this, I should have gotten a real up close one of the pilots, you know. Anyway, so that's if you want to check that out, just a kind of funny thing. The hip hop flight model. Someone didn't like it. Someone didn't like it. But that's fine. It's just a joke. Maybe it's a bad joke, but it's a joke. Oh no, I'm not saying FS2020 is a joke. Although parts of it are a joke. But it is it's a valid flight sim. It's just got a lot of problems, and it's got this break fix cadence going. Whenever they come out with a new patch, it's break fix. So that's kind of like what I'm. That's kind of like what I'm poking fun at, if you will. So gotta have a sense of humor, right? All right, let's get this thing.
ADF1 standby on 210.
What? Okay. Wow, look at this. I don't know what's going on here, man. It's really weird. I think it's got something to do with this dopey VR mouse, maybe. How do I clear this Yeah, this has something to do with this VR mouse. All right, I'm going to disable the VR headset. Let me just do that. See if I can do that. You guys don't want to see this, so I'm taking that off. I can't close this ATC window for some reason in VR. Okay. And when I hit the controller, everything calms down. And there's the mouse. It's got everything to do with this VR mouse. So that's what I got to disable. So let me go into... so this is definitely an X-plane issue. Let me just go to D. Okay. And if I go to... This is really strange. Alright, I think I have to reboot Oculus too, man. Alright, so let me try that. For some reason, I'm getting like strange VR stuff. So I'm going to reboot Oculus too. Close. You guys still with me? As I struggle through the technical problems. What can you do, man? All right, so what I did was I reboot. This is always good learning experience, right? This happens to everybody. So I just restarted. I'm not going to reboot because I'll obviously have to lose the stream. But what I did was I restarted. I closed down Oculus and I restarted that, and now I'm restarting X-Plane. So let me just show you. I'm going to put up the mirror. Everything is hunky-dory right now. Okay, as you can see. So I'm going to do a new flight. And I'm going to try this again. So let's go to customize, make sure that's on, and start flight, and let's see what happens. It had something to do, like I wasn't able to, the controller was stuck in like the menu position, so like where it showed the flower of all the menus, and whenever I tried to turn that off, it started to flicker. So I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Maybe I found an X-plane bug here. But theoretically, I just restarted Oculus. Lint, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hello to you too. I'm hoping that I don't have to restart my whole computer. As you know, sometimes you need to do that in this fabulous world of VR flight simming. I hope I don't have to do that, because then we'll have to start the stream up again, and that would be a bummer. But I'm hoping that this fixes it. Let's see. Because, I mean, obviously, Oculus is working okay. Maybe it's the plane, but the plane worked fine yesterday, so I'm not sure that could be it. My next thing would be to turn off VR in X-Plane, disable it, and then going back. Hey, how you doing there, Steve? No, it was fun to watch you flying there. Yeah, so I'm getting this weird flickering in VR when it all happened when I tried to use the controller to switch the engine display on the MFD, and then it started to go into this weird flickering. And it has to do with the controller, like when I go into and all of a sudden the ATC, the X-Plane ATC screen came up, which was weird. And then every time I try to use the controller, like I basically have, it shows, like, you get the flower thing where it shows you all the menu options in X-Plane. With the controller, like if I go to that or go away from that or try to close that, it starts to flicker. It's really weird. But what I just did here is I just shut down Oculus, restarted that, and I'm restarting X-Plane here. We'll see if that works. I mean, theoretically, that's basically resetting the whole thing. So, and I haven't had problems with the TorqueSim to date at all. Diesel, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Good to see you this morning. I swear we're going to get off the ground here, guys. I swear we're going to get off the ground. I just know it. So my next step here is, if this doesn't work, I'm going to disable VR in X-Plane and then re-enable it, because I think it may have something to do with the dopey VR mouse. I've never been really happy with the implementation of the VR mouse in X-Plane. In fact, I remember when they were developing the VR native VR, they hadn't done the laser pointer yet, and Chris, the developer, I was like, dude, you got to come up with a better way than this mouse, this VR. Oh, there we go. We got the flickering again. And there's the ATC window again. It's really weird. All right, let's do this. Let me do this. Let me disable the VR headset. I'm going to close that. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, so let me... yeah, I'm gonna try a different plane. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Well, before I do that, I can always go back and do that. Let me just go, because right now, if I could show you this is working fine. Okay, this is 2D. It's fine. Okay? Plane is working fine, 2D. No problem. All right. So now you're looking at the Oculus mirror. So let me turn VR back on. And see what happens. Okay, now we're good. Cool. That was weird. It all happened when I tried to change. Now guys, I don't like this. Oh, what did I do here? What did I do? Oh, time references. I'm not wild about this red panel. All right. All I did was I tried to change the engine screen. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem again. But we're all good there. All right. So, hey, everything's fixed. What plane am I trying to fly? This is the TorqueSim SR22. It's a great plane. Well, as I said in the beginning, it's my favorite GA study level plane. So there's a lesson. Just disable VR and re-enable it, and it seems to work properly. So, all right. So let's let me get you guys in chat here. Hold on. We're going to move VR so I could talk to you. Move VR is wonderful. There you go. Boom. We're gonna go best quality. Move to VR. Hello, guys. Move you over there. Oops. Close that, and we can put this over here so I can see. Oops. X-plane time of the month, maybe. That could very well be. All right, so we got everything going here, although we don't need like the ice system on. And all right, so let's get our flight plan in here. So we're gonna go. Where the hell are we here? Flight plan. And we're gonna go. I haven't used this in a while. And we are going, I already have one pre-programmed in there. There it is, L22 to 74p. So we're going to hit enter on that, and let's just bring that up again and make sure we're on the first wave. Now, there's no waypoint into 74p, unfortunately, so I have one set up. It's like a customized waypoint. So that'll get us there and back. Now, I may do another flight to Echo Bay, which is near Lake Mead. We'll see about that. So this is good here. I like to get my flight plan up there. No, I think Move VR you could use. I think Move VR you can use for all VR systems. I don't check it out. Just do a Google search on it. I'm not quite sure, but I think you can move it for all. Use it for all others. All right, so we've got our flight plan up there, so we can see. Oh, I know what I like to do. PFD, wind. Even though I'm not using weather, but I like to have the. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go back here. All right, so altitude. Now I know for sure that we're going to have to be at about 7,000 feet here, pretty high mountains, and we'll want to be at about 4,000. It's at the point where we want to make our turn into Calvetta. So bringing this up to 7,000, and I will use we'll do let's see, flight director on, nav on, vertical speed, and we're going to go a comfortable 600 feet per minute, and got our altitude set. We should be good to go. Okay, we got our boost on, we got our tanks on, we got our mixture full, and we are nicely idling at 6. We really should be idling a little faster than that. So I'm going to skip the run up, guys, since we just want to make sure everything is functioning properly. Okay. All right, so we got our flight plan in. We're ready to roll. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Move VR works with multiple VR headsets. Steve, if you're still there, I'm not sure if you use Move VR or not. All right, so we're all good to go, right? So let's get the hell out of here. Get up in the air. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get rid of your caps cover just in case you need it. Now, we're not going to be using the caps today, but it is there in case we need it. Okay? And I want to turn on, you guys can't see this, but I am making sure that we have FSEconomy logged in, which is logging in right now. And that's good. We've got our FSEconomy. Let me show you the flight plan, the flights here. So basically, we've got 60 gallons of fuel. That should be plenty to get us, well, how much room do we have here? 53 kilograms. We could probably go to 70 gallons. About 60 gallons should be fine to get us to 130 miles. All right, and yeah, so we should be good to go. We're going to be taking off runway. Give me a second here. I should know this. I used to fly this airport constantly. Hold on. 24. All right. Got traffic 328 Golf Echo, taxiing 224 for departure. All right, start flight. All right, we're good to go. We got our 3 passengers on board. Not going to make a ton of money for the group today, but we'll make a little bit of money for the group. And now we can get our taxi on. Differential braking on this plane. And unlike most X-Plane 11 planes, you have to manually deploy the brake, disengage the parking brake. Usually you could just step down on the pedals and it disengages it, but not with this plane. You gotta manually do it, which is actually probably pretty good. So let's be careful not to crash. Oh, let's not crash into the Cessna. Still, for me, the differential braking is something I'm still getting used to. Boy, this thing's motoring, holy crap. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I have a problem with the differential braking. I just want to check one thing before we go. One thing before we go. I gotta make sure that we're okay here. So I want the glass reflections off. And this should be on FSC. This is all good. Come on. Come on, maintenance. Come on, battery's looking good. So batteries are fine. And boom. Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Or dislike if you're not too happy with me this morning. All right, flaps to take off. Mixture's full. We are ready to roll. Let's go, baby. Still getting used to the braking. You tap in the left rudder here to keep. There we go. And we are off. Flight runway heading. All right, flaps and caps. Still hand flying here, guys. Dude, I think it's the best. I was saying before when I first started, not to be, and I'm not. Listen, I didn't get sponsored by TorqueSim. Okay, I bought this plane on my own. I spent the money on my own. It's the best GA plane I've ever flown in X-plane and in VR. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's get our autopilot. Where the hell is it? Autopilot on. And we should climb to a nice, comfortable 7,000 feet. We probably could climb a little faster, but we're not going to be too... Look at that. So nice. Yeah, it really is, to me, the best. The best GA aircraft in any sim that I've ever flown. Actually, I've only I've flown a few of them, but it's yeah, it's awesome. I do like to turn that red light off. I know that's more of a nighttime thing anyway, so. But, yeah, so we're up and we're flying. All systems go. Probably can bring back the mixture a little bit as we are at 5,200 feet, a mile above sea level. And we probably could amp up the climbing rate a little bit. Although it won't take us long to get to 7K, so we'll just leave it there. No big hurry. Yeah, so guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Hit the subscribe and a little notification button so you'll find out when I'm streaming. And, let's see, what else? Oh, if you'd like to join the channel, there's a little join button there, $1.99 a month. You get the fancy schmancy emojis. There's a little beer, a little butter thing, and there's a breakneck guy for when I do those brick landings. There's a, what do you call it, the marshal guy with his little, directing you into the park. Hey, Steve, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I really do. But yeah, so there's a marshal dude, a couple other emojis, but it's really, I appreciate the support of the channel. That's what it's all about. So. And you can see, so here's my point, right? So we all love FS 2020, okay? But you'll see as we get closer to these mountains how great they look in VR. This is all Ortho 4XP. Okay, and if you could look down, you could see. Now you do have, shading differences because it's different satellite imagery, right? That's part of the problem with Ortho. That when they patch it together, these photographs are taken by satellite, and they're not always taken at the same time of day or the same time of the year, so you've got difference in color and shading and stuff. But look at that down there. I don't know about you, man, but that looks pretty killer. And natural, to me. Nah, I don't get pissed. I figure if you guys use the broken neck guy or the neck brace guy, I completely deserve it. Although I would tell you that there is a 95% probability that you will not have to use that when I'm landing this plane, because I've landed this plane hundreds of times and I'm doing it in VR. So that gives you a major advantage when you're flying, when you're landing, when you're doing it in VR. All right, so let's bring back our throttle a little bit here. Now, the one thing you do have to watch in the SR22 is it does not have a joined fuel tanks. So it's got 2 separate tanks. And as you can see there, my left tank is getting a little low, and every about 15 minutes you need to change it. So we need to go down here. And we need to flip this over to the right tank. You need to have your boost on when you do that. And we can turn the boost off right now. Okay, boost is off. But when you do the change, you have to have the boost on. You're mostly a butter guy unless I need it for popcorn. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like buttered popcorn. All right, so yeah, it's really great to be back in VR. Getting 32 frames per second, which is plenty for VR, and you can see very smooth frame consistency, and that's what it's all about, to give you that. What is that thing there? That little target down there? Must be a helicopter, or maybe it's like a bomb target for. I'm not sure, for over an airport, Air Force. I never saw that before. You see that down there? That little like target. Interesting. Never saw that before. But look at that painted desert look. Doesn't that look awesome? Ortho 4XP in the mountains and the desert mountains. Grand Canyon looks amazing. Now, I will tell you that the one thing that spoils the scenery in X-Plane 11 is their bloody trees. Okay? X-Plane 11, and that's when you look at it's subtle, but when you compare X-Plane 11 scenery, not with buildings, forget buildings, okay, scenery with FS 2020 scenery, the major difference is the trees. FS 2020 did an amazing job with their trees. Now it's in 2D, but they look amazing. They're all different. They're very round and bushy. They look convincing. X-Plane 11 trees are like these they have like 2 flat cross sections that when you look at them at a different angle, they look flat. They're terrible. Their trees are terrible. So hopefully I'm sure that's going to improve, but just look at that. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. That's awesome. That's the immersion that you want in VR. That smoothness, no micro stutters, no jitters. And this is all post-Vulkan. Vulkan did wonders for VR. It really did. See, right there at the tip of the wing, you look and you try to pick up a micro stutter, and I cannot see anything. Just smooth as silk, as if you were in a real plane flying over the real California desert. Nevada desert, California desert. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. I don't think I'm crazy at all. All right, we got 100 miles to go. We are burning 18 gallons per hour, which is fine. Cruising at 158, which is fine. All looking good. I don't know what that little 5 means there. That 5 is blocked out like that. Let's go check out the engine. And what you could do is an assist like this. And then we can use the assist to really trim things out. And I think you want to get it down to like -20. Or -25. Just right there. And really get the fuel economy going. So there we go. So we're doing a 156, which is pretty damn good. Oh, remember that one? That was weird. That was in Southern California, in that TBM. I forget what airport it was, but I hit in FS 2020. I was just taking off, and I hit that bump, and the plane just, the TBM 930 literally went vertical. In an instant, just completely went vertical. And then came back down, and somehow, some way, I was able to to bring it on its wheels. I don't know how the hell, it was just basically complete luck. But you've been enjoying the hell out of VR since you started last week. Yeah, you've got the Index, right, Diesel? Yeah, it looks great. I mean, this is why, oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator is so much better than X-Plane. Yes, the native is, okay? But when you put Ortho 4XP, look at that, man. That looks pretty damn cool to me. And I can't wait to see this in the HP Reverb, because I'm using the CV1. Now, you guys are seeing it much clearer than I am, okay? Because you're looking at Oculus Mirror, which really doesn't represent what I see. What I see is the CV1, which is Oculus's first consumer headset that's 4 years old, that has major screen door effect and has a lot of fuzz to it. Okay, but it still looks great to me, and I'm sure that when I get my Reverb G2 in November, it's going to be stunning. You know, very smooth, right? This is to prove, like, see, 32 frames per second. Here's the thing. That's why you see on social media. All right. You see on social media, oh, I'm only getting 45 frames per second out of FS 2020. Okay, so people have to understand, and I've said this before, this is not a fast action game. It's a simulator where you fly high and slow. What?
Not paused.
What the hell's that? That was weird. You know, and you don't need major frame rate. 30 frames or above. What you need is frame consistency, and that's what we got here, frame consistency. Hold it up to something that's stationary, like the nose of the plane, right? Look at the nose of the plane as compared to the scenery that's coming toward you, and look how smooth it is. No stuttering whatsoever, and that's what you want. That's the immersion. Frame time really is what it's technically called. Frame consistency is what the way I kind of refer to it as, right? Yeah, I spent a lot of time generating ortho too. I've got about 4 terabytes worth of ortho because I stream, so I have to have a lot of areas that have it, right? So I've got like maybe 2/3 of the United States in ortho, and maybe not 2/3, maybe half of the United States in ortho. And I've got some other areas like Hawaii and the Caribbean islands and stuff, all done, right? It's to the tune of about 4 terabytes. But to me, it's worth it. You know, it took me some time, but I did it over time, and I used to just let it run overnight, and I haven't touched it in a long time, and it's, you know, it's great. Take Sick, you said you've gone back to VR. You've X-Plane 11 until FS20 gets VR going. They're accepting beta. Yeah, they are. So here's my theory on that. It's great that they're accepting. It's really alpha. I would call it alpha testing. Okay, because their 2D simulator is still in beta. Why does it keep doing that? Simulator resume. Why does it keep doing that?
Not paused.
So here's my theory, okay? I bet it could 427. I bet it could. I haven't done it yet. I would make sure that was Ethernet connected versus Wi-Fi connected, because you don't want Wi-Fi latency in scenery. You don't want to create more latency bottleneck. but I don't see why that couldn't do it. As long as your sim computer sees that drive as a logical drive, I don't see why not. But I haven't done it, so you might want to just search that up. But again, thinking about it, I wouldn't want to do it with Wi-Fi. I would want to have a direct Ethernet connection, and I would want to have, 100 gigabyte Ethernet at least. So my theory on FS2020 VR. So their 2D product is still in beta. Let's face it, okay? That means that they're going to be laying over VR on top of a beta 2D product, right? So to me, that creates a lot of issues. How long did it take X-Plane Laminar Research to get VR right? 6-8 months, a year, okay? And so that adds complication. The other thing is that because, with X-Plane, you can have 2 instances of the simulator, right? So I always have my main... I don't know why it keeps doing this.
Not paused.
I always have my main simulator instance, and then I have a
not paused
beta version that I run on a separate drive, and they keep them separate, so I can download beta versions, try them out, okay? And you can't do that, as far as I know, you can't do that with FS2020. So I'm not gonna, I'm a streamer, right? So I've got creating content. I can't take the risk of blowing my instance of FS2020 with a beta version that kills it, right? And having to reinstall and all that crap. If they give you the ability to have a separate instance, then I would say, okay, I'll probably do it. The other problem is I don't have a G2 yet, a Reverb G2. It's on order. It should be here in a month or so. So I can't really use it anyway until I get that and get that ironed out. So I need to I've got a lot to do here, right? I've got to migrate from Oculus to Windows Mixed Reality, right? Oh. Simulator. You're the man, dude. You're right, I got that on. Let me turn that off. Oh, that's funny. Very good, dude. Good pickup, man. Simulator. Alright, I turned it off. I was like, why is it doing that? So yeah, those are my reasons why I'm probably not gonna. I mean, I should probably sign up for it anyway. I could always say I don't want to do it, but let's see. So I guess there's a lot of reasons why I can't even. There's some things I can't even articulate as to why I don't want to do it. Some of them are maybe emotional, but yeah, I don't know yet. I'm like up. At first I was like, no, I'm not gonna even apply, but I'm up in the air about it. If they give the ability to have a separate instance. Now here's the other thing. If I'm going to do a separate instance, I'm going to need to find 200 gig on an SSD somewhere in my system to be able to install that, unless, because it's not like X-Plane where you can install like a small version. You can just, like, if you want, you can just install North America, right, and test that out. With FS2020, it's all or nothing, right? So I don't know. I think I'm probably leaning towards letting other folks take the arrows on that one. Yeah, I'm going to be sacrificing not being able to do the content. But, when you're an alpha, you can't do the content anyway because you're going to be restricted. So, probably wait. What's the first default map for X-Plane 11? I think it's North America. I think it's North America, but you can change that. You can change that. If you just wanted to install Europe or South America, I think you can do that. Pretty sure. Oh, you may have to have North America because they have like Seattle and stuff in their beginning. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. But anyway, listen, I hope VR works great with FS 2020. I want to, you know, see what that scenery looks like with the G2. I'm anxious to see that, you know, especially those blobby looking recreation buildings that they have in some of the cities. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm anxious to see what it looks like in 2D, or sorry, 3D. So we'll see how it goes. You know, the other thing is, I'm not sure I have the time to even dedicate to that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Have any of you guys signed up for the VR beta? Now, knowing that you're going to have a G2, right? Because that's the first device that you're going to be able to run the sim on, right? So, I mean, that's the other thing. I've got a 1080 Ti, so I've got to iron out issues to make sure that the Reverb G2 is going to run okay on my current system. I was planning on upgrading my system, but unfortunately, I mentioned this the other day, I got a auto tech bill for my car, one of the cars I have my kids drive, for $1,900. So that was unexpected, which basically puts off my upgrade of my PC for a little bit, because it's going to cost me about $1,800. Well, $1,200 to upgrade the CPU and motherboard and memory, and add in some more SSD space, and then another $800 to get a 3080. Maybe get a 3080 Ti. We'll see. But I'll probably I don't know. We'll see. So, oh, you did sign up, Diesel. Okay, well, that's good. So it's good that, you know, some folks in the community here have signed up, and we'll get some feedback on it. You know, although you're going to be probably bound by an NDA. My guess. So you probably won't be able to share too much. But in any event, I've got my technological roadmap right now, my technology roadmap is more geared towards dialing in the G2. See, I look at things very logically because I'm in the software business and the IT business, so I tend to have to look at it that way. So I need to dial in the G2, make sure my gaming system is supporting that properly, and I'll use X-Plane 11 as the background to do that, or the app to do that. And then once I know that's dialed in, then I have something to be able to compare moving into FS 2020. So that's kind of how I look at it. But again, I got to get over this car bill, and I got to get the cash together to upgrade my gaming PC. This shit is not cheap, man. Well, that's good. Yeah, I know they're very, very good about interaction with beta testers. I've heard that Asobo is very good with that, which is great. Okay, that's a great thing that probably goes unnoticed quite a bit by a lot of people. So that's awesome. Awesome to hear. Let's go outside here so you can see what the scenery looks like. Look at that. I think that looks pretty damn cool. And to me, obviously, it's in 3D. But look at the colors of the stone in those mountains there. Pretty nice, huh? Anybody else going to be part of that beta? Have signed up for the beta or trying to get into it? I just hope that Asobo gets out of this break fix cadence, because to me that's a major concern. You know, I was saying this the other day, but I think it bears repeating. I'm not a real world pilot, but I know some of you guys are, and we have a few that join the streams from time to time. The one thing that a pilot, well, two things a pilot, I guess, has to rely on is, one, their training, and two, the confidence in their aircraft, right? So if you're a 172 pilot or your SR22 pilot, whatever, you're a citation longitude pilot, you know that if all the inspections have been done, maintenance has been done, the systems have been checked out, and you go through your checklists, that when you rotate and hit the air in that flying machine, you're confident that it's going to perform the way you know it's going to perform, so that you can operate it in a safe manner, right? So that's a long-worded way of saying that you have confidence in the machine. Now, I know it's only a simulator, but it's supposed to be a real-world simulator. That's at least how it's marketed. And the problem is if every patch release, the plane is different. Sometimes FLC works, sometimes it doesn't work. It does this hip-hop thing when you're cruising altitude. The FLC rockets you at 4,000 feet per minute. You know, all these crazy things. You know, like I was flying the Dreamliner 787, and it held the magenta for about 10 minutes, and then it took a right turn and went out into the Atlantic Ocean. You know, that's basically means your machine is not, you can't count on your machine. So every time they come up with a new patch, let's say that you love flying the SR22 and FS 2020, because everyone settles into a plane or two, right? I mean, at least I do. I've settled into a couple planes that I really like. So you settle into a plane you like, the TBM, let's just say. And then all of a sudden they release a patch and you try to use the FLC that you know exactly how it works, and all of a sudden it starts doing crazy stuff. So, you know, for maybe the casual flight person, the casual user, it's less of a issue, but at least for me, and I think a lot of you guys that are more serious flight simulator folks, it's not really cool, right? And they have to get out of that. They have to get out of this break fix thing. And I'm sure they will. But it's kind of disappointing that a month after they've released this supposedly groundbreaking simulator, they're still in the break fix mode. And you know, you put your when I put my software hat on, it kind of raises some questions. But in any event, that's just the way I'm thinking, and I'm not trying to be overly negative. I'm just trying to keep it real. You know, I'm not going to be one of these people that says, "Oh my God, it's such a great simulator. Look how beautiful it is." I'm not going to be like that ever. You know, I'm going to tell you exactly how it affects me, because I know you guys are probably feeling the same thing, and that's how I am, and that's how I'll always be. You know, it's how you got to be. It's like with this plane, I'll tell you, it's got issues seems to have issues with manipulating the primer and with the touch controller, and sometimes the laser doesn't work on the touch controller. I just haven't had a chance to let TorqueSim know those things. I mean, I'm not sure if Cooper will watch the stream or not. He's involved with TorqueSim. He's a great guy, and he had a lot to do with designing of this plane. But I bothered him with a bunch of emails when this thing first came out. Most of the errors were my cockpit errors, but some of the things weren't documented either, you know. So, in any event, point is, keep it real. It's what you guys want. It's what I want when I watch somebody, you know. And if you want to keep it real about FS 2020, they have some hills to climb, you know. But anyway, we're getting about 40 miles from our turning point. Once we make it up to that gap there, we're going to start to, I've flown this route many times. We're going to start to descend to about 4,000 feet, 3,500 feet. And then we'll make our turn into Calvetta. I mean, what do you guys feel about FS 2020? Just curious. I always like to ask that question because I'm interested to see what your feeling is it. Ugh. I mean, like, you know, Take 6 says he went back to X-Plane 11. You know, to be honest with you, if I wasn't creating content, I probably would only be flying in X-Plane 11. Because to me, the joy of flight simulation is VR. And I'd rather have shitty scenery or less beautiful scenery and fly in VR with smooth frame time and consistency than, have inconsistency and you can't rely on your planes and all that stuff. So anyway, just curious what you guys are thinking as I grab some coffee. So you're flying the TBM 2B right now and 2D right now, and you've noticed list amount of messages in VR. Oh, yeah. You mean messages from ATC? So I will tell you that, my humble opinion, to me, if you want to do air traffic control in VR, go for the whole solution and go with Pilot Edge or go with VATSIM or go with PostCon, which is this new system that's going to be coming out. If you haven't, someone tipped me onto it in the stream here. Talk to a human versus talking to a. Now I know Pilot to ATC is great, and that you could use too, and probably a good way to train. But I think the ultimate is to, and which is the way I'm going to be going, is to talk to a human. You know. Oh, okay. I never saw those alerts. Maybe I need to turn those on. I'm not sure. Do you mean you mean the 2BM? You mean the TBM in X-Plane? I'm sorry. You mean the TBM in X-Plane? I'm thinking you're talking about FS 2020. Oh, so they don't give you those messages. I see. They don't give you those indications in VR. That's weird. So that's something the developer should do. So maybe you should just let them know about that. Who is it that's the TBM? I forget who. Yeah, I forget who's the developer for that. All right, you can see here, look at that. Let me just go outside here. Look at that. I'm sorry, that looks every bit as good as FS2020. Look at that. And look how smooth it is. Now, by the way, my ortho is on a hard drive. It's on a Western Digital black 6 terabyte hard drive that I paid $200 and some odd dollars for. $210, I think. Yes, the Aviation Hot Start. Yes, yes. Which is a plane I don't have. I would let them know that, because that should come up in VR for sure. Here, look at that. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. You're seeing it in 2D, I get it. I'm seeing it in 3D, but that looks pretty killer to me. Look how smooth that is against the wing. That's smooth, baby. That's Vulcan. I tell you what, Laminar delivered on the promise of Vulcan, wouldn't you guys say? Flying to Q right now and finished up the Caribbean tour. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, on air. So my plane and on air right now is the Challenger. I love that Challenger 300 because it's VR, X-Plane 11. It just, that plane is so great in VR. It really is. I guess I'm going to have to look at the TBM. You happy with the TBM in VR? The hot start? It's one plane I never got into, but I do like the TBM 930 and FS2020, and was thinking about getting into the hot start, you know, because my kind of like my go-to plane in FS2020, sorry, FSEconomy and X-Plane is really the PC-12, because that flies fast, sips gas, and carries 10 people. But I was thinking about the TBM. All right, so we're going to start to look at that. Tell me that doesn't look awesome right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's all ortho overlaid on top of the X-Plane bumps, if you will. That's what it looks like. Looks pretty cool to me. All right, so let's we're going to take her down to can't wait to get rid of these Oculus sensors, because it just, I've got 3 sensors in my office, but it's still okay. Vertical speed, we're going to go down. Oh, we'll go down 700. Got a little time. Time to switch over the gas, so let's put this on boost. And let's go to left tank. See that if you don't watch that, we really have a wing imbalance right now. The plane should be leaning a little to the left. $320 knots, yeah. 322 knots. Well, that's pretty cool. Neither did she. That's pretty cool. You actually set that plan out? And which plane did you use? Yeah, the TBM holds, what is it? Oh, dude, this plane is awesome. It's only 3 passengers in FS economy, but it's so fun to fly. So fun to fly. Synthetic vision is great in it. It's everything about it. There's a couple of little glitchy things that I'm sure they're going to fix, and they've got a release coming, I think. They've got an update coming. So there's some things they need to fix here and there. Not crazy. The Baron. Oh, yeah. Good range in the Baron. But I love this SR22. It's awesome. It's my third try with, well, actually, yeah, so it was first that was the Coronado SR22, which is garbage. Then it was the V-Flight Air SR20, which is a good plane, but they implemented their own G1000, which had major issues. And I still own that, but this plane is so much better. You know, this plane is just, they really knocked it out of the park with this plane. I mean, I really, and again, I paid for this myself. I'm not getting sponsored by the company or anything. But if you like GA planes, to me, this is one of the best you can buy. And when you spend 60, I think it's $64, $65, you get 2 versions. You get the turbo version and you get this version. You can actually tell the difference in the turbo version. You get that little turbo whine to it, you know. But yeah, I usually fly this version for whatever reason, because I like the light cockpit, the beige color cockpit. The turbo versions, I think, all have like black cockpits. I know that's like a ridiculous thing, but yeah. So I tend to fly this one. Not much difference in the speed, really. I guess the turbo is probably more fuel efficient, but yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy around Amelia Earhart. You know, remember there's that a couple months ago or a year ago, so someone had a picture of her that was supposedly taken after the crash or something. I don't know. You would think someone like that wouldn't want to go into. I just hit the rudder pedal mistake there. That wasn't good. I just made everybody throw up in the back. Sorry, guys. All right, so we're coming down to. Well, that's the sunlight just blasted in there. Let's just check that out. We got that sun setting over there. Check that out. I'm pretty sure we're landing on 1-3, so Palmetto traffic, 328 Tango Golf Echo. We are 6 miles southeast of the field. We'll be landing runway 13 for full stop landing Calvetta. You know what bums me out about, one of the things that bums me out about FS 2020 is they don't have one of my favorite airports, which is, I'm taking it off autopilot here. We're going to go max mixture, and we're going to start to get our trim set, and we're going to go lined up for our straight-in approach. They don't have one of my favorite airports in FS 2020, N85. November 85. It's Alexandria Airport. It's in New Jersey, northwest New Jersey. It's one of the major skydiving airports in New Jersey. It's a cool little airport. I've actually been there in real life to check it out. And they don't have it in FS 2020. I don't know why. So if you guys are into FS2020, do me a favor and help me out. Put in a request for them to add that airport, because that airport's awesome, and you can't fly to it in FS2020. I mean, in FS Economy when you're using Microsoft Flight Simulator FS2020. All right, let me focus on the landing here. So we're going to. We got our trim set. We're looking good here. Full flaps. $80 knots. Now you will heat up the brakes on this plane. So you got to be careful of that. We're just going to spin her around here right on the runway here, because we're going to be taking off again in a second. Oops, oh crap. This is my mishandling of the differential steering or braking. There we go. That's better. Okay, that was a mess. The landing was good. The ground handling was weak. All right, parking brake set. All right, what do you say we fly out to Echo Bay? Yeah, I think I deserve that on that one, Bruce. That's for sure. So this is weird. It's like sometimes you gotta like hit the brakes, and you gotta set the parking brake again for FS Economy to allow you to turn it on to complete the flight. Odd. Alright, finished the flight. We got everybody there safe. Alright, so I have this, let's see. Got 3 people going to Echo Bay. It's kind of a cool flight. We got 2 people coming back, so maybe we'll do that one. Let's just add a little fuel. Go to 60 gallons, just so we got enough fuel. And only have 2 souls, right? We have 3 souls? Yeah, we have 3 souls. Wait, why isn't I'm confused here. Why doesn't it say, like, this is we're at N74. Why isn't it loading that? Oh, because we have too much fuel. Alright, defuel it. to 50. What? N74. Why? I don't understand this. Why? I don't understand. Why isn't it loading? These people. Doesn't say departing. It should say departing here. Huh. Let's go down to 40. Oh. It doesn't make any sense. 3 people going from N74 to 09, 40 gallons of fuel. What am I missing? What am I missing? What the hell am I missing? What am I missing? Can you guys figure it out? I mean, I should easily be able to fit 50% fuel with 3 passengers. I did it on the way out. I'm perplexed. N74 to 09. That's where we're going. That's where we are. Right? Let me just do this. Let me just do cancel. And let me go to N74. Any cargo? No, no cargo on board. Goldrake, how you doing? Alright, so we're going to add 3 passengers. Okay. Oh, this is why. It needs to be repaired. That explains it. Alright, so let's go to air... Does that show in here? Well, how about showing me here, like that it needs to be repaired, guys? Alright, so there you go. See, that's the problem. Alright, so I just wasted all that damn fuel. So let's go to aircraft here, and now I gotta prepare. What did I do? Did I break something? Maintenance. Yeah, perform repair. My flight. VR Aviation. Now it's departing. Okay. So we wasted all that fuel, not knowing that the plane needed to be repaired. So now we gotta spend more money on fuel. Alright. Lesson learned. If it's not loading up, see, that's kind of a flaw in FSEconomy. Red text next to flight. Red text on my flight. This is the warning about the high distance. Did it say anything there about, did I miss that? Did it say something there about this plane requires maintenance? Maybe I missed that. Could be. Alright, start the flight. Alright, we loaded our assignment. Okay, so now we need to load a new flight plan. Rid of this. This is an interesting flight because we have to fly over those mountains, and I usually hand fly it. Let me just change the time here. Even though it's nice to be flying in the All right, so let's go to flight plan. And I want to go to this guy right here. Flight plan. Menu, activate leg. And that's all good. All right, OL9. So we're going to go, we're going to fly a little bit higher today. We're going to go to, on this flight, we're going to go to 10K. Well, we can probably go to 9K. All right, and we're going to go vertical speed. And we'll go 700. Now, usually, like I said, I hand fly it through those mountains. Let me just check my... Yeah, if you think... I think it did, too. Probably did. I probably got it wrong. Alright, let's... That's strange. Why is it taking me that way? I think I have another one here that's... direct. Let me just look. I have a direct one. Flight plan that is. All right, let's look at this flight plan before we go anywhere. Let's be sure of where we're going. It's probably a good idea, right? All right, so we're going 74P. 74P to 0 Lima 9er. We're going by way of CFBRW. So how does that taking us? Well, that's taking us this way. Or I thought I had a direct one. But I guess I don't. Guess I don't. Let's look here. Okay, we'll just do that one. So what we'll do is we're actually going to fly around these mountains. We're going to fly south and then head over Las Vegas. We'll fly right over, we'll get a nice view of Las Vegas, and then into direct straight into Echo Bay. And you can see it's right near Lake Mead here, which would be kind of cool. So that's our flight plan, all right? That's what we got on tap for this afternoon, or this morning, I should say. All right, so we don't necessarily need to go 9K, so we're going to go bring it down 8K. Okay, we're good to go. I already started FS20 or FSEconomy. All these things named FS, right? Good there. Make sure my rudder pedals are set properly, and we're going to release the brake, and we're going to get back on the friggin' runway. All right, here we go. Easy takeoff. Look at that. It took off by itself. That's because I got the trim set wrong. Flaps and caps. You probably, yeah, it probably did say that. I was like, but it would be nice if it said it right next to the plane, I guess. I guess that's asking a lot. All right, so we're not going to fly through those mountains, although I have done that before to do a direct flight. Rather, we're going to go a little bit south and then we're going to head north. So let me get that autopilot on. And we'll be climbing at 700 feet. I've never had the autopilot fail on this plane, ever. So Goldrake, how are you today? Thanks for joining. We're making our way to Echo Bay. Now the good news is I own this plane in FS Economy, so if I want to leave it at Echo Bay, I'm going to leave it at Echo Bay. I think I own 3 of these planes in FS Economy. All right. We're kind of tilting there because I had the rudder pedals depressed there a little bit. All right, so we're going to get, this will be a much shorter trip, only 100, like about 70 miles, 75 miles. So get over this little bump here, these little mountains here. So guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. And if you'd like, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that. Just hit the subscribe button and a little notification button, and you'll get emails or a notification when I'm streaming. I try to make it, try to post things ahead of time so people who are interested in joining. And I do appreciate all the support. I also have Super Chat enabled. Not that you have to do that, but that's enabled too. And yeah, so that's it. And you can join the channel too for $1.99 a month, and you get a bunch of emojis and help support the channel. So appreciate all the support. Deciding whether I should stream in Twitch as well. On Twitch, I used to stream on Twitch, but pretty much all the people that follow my channel are on YouTube, so that's why I just kind of like decided to settle here. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Now in real life, I don't think you would ever come that close to those bumps, if you will, mountains. They sure look pretty cool. Yeah, it's great looking ortho, isn't it? I have it like on the pretty high pixel density, which is why it looks good. Takes up a lot of space. Like I was saying before, Goldrake, I have about 4 terabytes worth of ortho. Probably about, like I said, maybe about half of the United States. It looks awesome, doesn't it? I mean, in 2D it looks amazing because you can see the depth of those, the water erosion there. From I guess that when the ice caps melted or whatever. Yeah, you can see, or I guess that's or maybe it's over time mountain rains or whatever. But you can see the different levels of erosion. And look how smooth that is. Thank you, Vulcan. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I put that right up there with FS2020. In fact, I think these mountains look better, if you ask me. I think their mountains tend to be more rounded, which are to me are more cartoonish. Just my feeling. Okay. I think these look actually better. You know what's a really cool thing is I put ortho Juneau, Alaska. Someday we'll fly out of Juneau, Alaska. That's a really fun place to fly. Maybe next time we fly in X-plane. I have ortho there around Juneau, Alaska, and there's a glacier to the southeast of the airport that you can fly up into, and it looks really amazing. It really does. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I was saying that, Goldrake, that the one thing that MFS has on X-plane is the trees, for sure. The autogen in some areas, yes, but some of their autogen is pretty terrible too. But the trees, they nail the trees. X-plane's trees completely suck. I agree with you. Nothing beats VR in any sim. Absolutely right. I agree with you. Vulkan and VR. Vulkan has made a huge change in VR smoothness. Which headset do you use? I'm going to try to pronounce your name. I'm probably going to get it right. Terhe? I'm going to say it's Terhe. Which headset do you use, Terhe? Vulkan really, look at that. Now look at that. Come on. Dude, really? Look at that. You're seeing it in 2D. I'm seeing it in 3D. It looks amazing. G1. Okay, cool. Almost right. Sorry. Well, I'll do my best. Sorry. Yeah. Are you going to get a G2 or are you sticking with the G1? Now, I'm using a Oculus CV1, so the reverb's got much better. The G1's got much better clarity and resolution. Look at that, man. That looks awesome. Almost right. Alright, so we're going to be making a left turn up here, and we'll be able to check out, have a good view of McCarran Airport. Let's go outside here and check it out. Seriously? Seriously? Alright, this is my cover picture right there. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm taking a cover picture. Sorry guys, I'm getting my cover photography here. All right, that ought to do it. Thanks for bearing with me there, guys. It's Norwegian. Oh, okay. You're gonna stick with the G2. Till the upgrade itching takes over. But you're super happy with the G2. Gotcha. How do you take good pictures in VR? My only comes in streams. So my process is a little convoluted. I'm using Oculus, so I've got Oculus Mirror. I basically expand it to the desktop, and then I use the screenshot for NVIDIA to take the picture. That's how I do it. I position my headset so that it's still, and then I use the screenshot for NVIDIA to take the picture. So I expand the mirror to the full desktop, and then I just take a desktop photo. That's how I do it. I found that's the best way to do it. And then it's basically in a JPEG in the NVIDIA folder, and then I just manipulate it from there. So right down there, if you take a look, we've got McCarran Airport down there as we come over these hills. You can see the two runways there. Let's see if I can zoom in here. See those two runways kind of lit up there, and there's the city of Las Vegas. We're gonna probably fly pretty close to the this tower, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. We'll have a good look at the city. So my question for you is there a full screen mirror for HP Reverb? In other words, not a single eye, like a both eye view? Full screen mirror. Do they have that mirror functioning built in, desktop mirror? That's important for me. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Why is this, Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on. I know the problem is I gotta reset mirror. My bad, hold on. Yeah, I think what happens is once I take the pictures, it kind of like screws it up or whatever. Hold on. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, for some reason, like when I take the picture, I have to reset the mirror. That's my bad. Let's take a look at the... Look at that. Look at Las Vegas down there. City of lost wages. So yeah, my question about the reverb. So is there a full screen desktop mirror function? Like app or something? Like how do you display the full screen? Both eyes. Both eye desktop mirror. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that if you could. That would be great. Thank you. Pretty sure it does because I've seen other people do that. Look at Las Vegas. Now the rest of that stuff is flat because that's basically ortho. All right. So you're not going to get that same, although at heights like this you do get some shadowing, so it kind of looks like it's real. It's kind of look like it's 3D, but not really. Those buildings are X-Plane 11. Actually, I'm pretty sure, yes. Las Vegas is a customized scenery area for X-Planes, so you get like, you've got like the Ferris wheel and all that stuff. So there's Las Vegas. See the airport over there to the south. Ferris wheel right there in the middle of the city. You've got various hotels on the strip. You've got the, what is that called? It's not the Space Needle. What the hell is it called? That tower in Las Vegas. They used to have, I'm not sure they have the roller coaster on there. There's a hotel there. I forget what the hell that's called. But pretty cool. A little blocky, you know. It's X-Plane scenery, so it is what it is, you know. But I'm pretty sure the Ferris wheel does turn. There you go. Back in the cockpit, boys. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Stratosphere. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stratosphere. And I know the guy who owns it's a real character. Yeah, the mountains and stuff. Anything to do with terrain in X-Plane looks really good, except trees. Trees are terrible. Lake Mead right there coming into play. Let's. I think we should make it a little lighter now. We should make it a little lighter time of day. Let's go 2 o'clock. I like to keep the time of day darker because it's better on your eyes in VR. I find that like if I fly around a lot at 12 noon in VR, my eyes kind of get tired, you know. Yeah, well, I have it on very good information from someone very well connected into laminar research that they are feverishly working on the next generation of X-Plane 11. So don't fret for a second that that the folks at Laminar aren't going to make some strides on their own. I guess that's North Las Vegas Airport there. Pretty cool airport. I will tell you that next to DCS and Aerofly FS2, X-Plane 11 certainly has, I don't want to use the word perfected because that's probably nothing's ever perfect, but they have certainly delivered a full-fledged VR experience in VR, or in their, I should say, VR experience in their sim. Yeah, watch. Yeah, right, exactly. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, but for sure, Laminar has pushed the envelope on VR. That's for sure. DCS, I know VR is awesome as well. I have tried that. I'm not a big DCS flyer, although maybe I should be because it is pretty cool. I'm just, you know, I'm more into the GA planes and stuff, you know. But you know, one thing I'm wondering is, like, I was looking at the cockpits of I was looking at the cockpits of the Cessna Longitude, And I should probably get down here, start getting down here. We're going to want to be at, let me check Sky Vector to see where we should be. Sky Vector says that Echo Bay is at 1,535 feet. So pattern altitude is going to be 2,500 feet. So we'll just go down to 3K. How about that? How about 3K? One thing about this plane is it doesn't have like a 1,000. Oh, I went too far. A 1,000 foot notch and a 100 foot notch for changing the altitude. Go to 32. Vertical speed. Come on. Vertical speed down. Put down at 800. We can go down pretty quick. Let's say it's so fun to be a VR simmer these days. Yeah, so much cool juice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. DCS Warbird and IL-2, so much fun. I never looked at IL-2 either. I heard that's pretty cool. Oh, it's telling me fuel imbalance. See that? Boost is on, so I'm going to switch my tank. Alright, I got you. We know it's a fuel imbalance. See that? I was yapping around. You got to change those tanks every 15 minutes. One of the things that in the SR22 that it's a pain in the ass that you have to remember to change your fuel. And boy, we've been flying. I never trimmed that. I never hit the mixture. We've been like burning 24 gallons, 23 gallons per hour. So that wasn't very responsible of me. A lot of time required to learn planes in DCS. Yes. Yeah, they're complicated planes, you know. I'm going to conquer the A320. That's my next plane. I think I want to conquer the A320. I think the A320 would be fun to fly in both X-plane. Is it Flight Factor that has that one? And 320 seems to be the plane, the jet with the least amount of problems in FS 2020. So whatever that means. Have I tried Star Wars Squadron? No, but I've heard a lot about it. I've heard a lot about that. Is that on Steam, I guess? Maybe I should try that. You're like the second or third person that said, oh, have you tried that? Maybe I should. Star Wars Squadron. Usually when someone recommends something in the stream, it turns out to be pretty damn good. Look at those mountains. Alright, tell me that doesn't look better than FS 2020. Like, look right there. That little ridge right there. You see that overhang where you see that shadow like that? Seriously? It looks amazing. Look at that. In 3D, it looks awesome. Yeah, I'm a low, slow person too. Although I do like the jets. I'm getting more into the jets. Certainly the Challenger 300. But look at that. Look at those overhangs. In 3D, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. The way that shadow. Now the shadow doesn't move. But look at that. That's awesome. All right, we probably should get ready to fly here and land. It's pretty close to the water. Yeah, I have a stick, so maybe I'll check that out. So I guess it's on Steam. How much is it? Just curious. Airport right up there. Jets are probably too difficult for you. Yeah, I used to say that too, but I figured them out with some help from people. First one I really learned was the Challenger, and I don't completely have it mastered, but I can fly it with reasonable safety. The Longitude, I learned that. That one's pretty easy. There's not a lot to know there, and not much to rely on there either. It's constantly braking. The A320 is going to require more time. $40-50 bucks. Might have to check it out. What do you get to fly like different Star Wars craft, I guess, or you just fly the X-Wing, or can you fly different stuff? Millennium Falcon. Okay, I'm going to take her off autopilot. All right, let's go old school here. See if we can fly near some of these mountains here. Airport's right over there, so we can do a little sightseeing here. Pretty smooth. Tell me that doesn't look awesome right there. Look at that painted desert, like that sulfur. I guess it looks like sulfur deposits there. All right, here we go. Lake Mead. We're a little quick on the flaps there, but I need to slow down, so. All right, we got 140, 145. We get down to 120, we'll hit the second notch of flaps here. Should be 114, I think, actually, but that's all right. All right, straight in approach. Echo Bay, nice little airport right on the edge of Lake Mead. Kind of cool.
500.
Yeah, I would if I was going to play a Star Wars Squadron, I would want to use the open rudders rather than a HOTAS, because I don't have a throttle for my the sticker that I have. There's a throttle on it, but it's kind of lame. All right, we made it to Echo Bay. Yeah, thank you. I think I deserve butter on that one, too. Thank you. I appreciate the butter. The butter. All right, let's get the brake on. And I guess let's see. If it's economy. Going through this crap again where you gotta like hit the brakes. Something's weird. It's like a weird thing, like it doesn't end the flight properly when. There you go. Alright. Okay. I think what we'll do is let's bring these couple passengers back. We got 2 passengers here at Echo Bay. Nothing else we can add there, but that's alright. Got those people loading. Let's see how much fuel we use. We only use like 13 gallons of fuel. Let's just go to 50 just in case. Even out the tanks. Even if you add like a few gallons, it just evens out the tanks. And we're good to go there. So we'll get these people back. Oh yeah, you have to use ortho. Look around me. Let me get outside here. Look at this. Looks awesome. So the other secret I have is I got rid of all trees in X-Plane. There's no trees. Now it doesn't really matter too much out here because there's not a whole lot of trees. Alright, so we're going to go 8,000 again. Vertical speed 700, and we got our flight plan all set there. We got the people loaded. Let's get the hell out of here. Brakes off. Flap set. Let's set our trim to take off. .75 and rotate. That's 7,500 feet. We're going to do flaps and caps. Get our climb here. Terry, I guess I'm not pronouncing that right, but thank you for stopping by and offering your insight. Appreciate that. Enjoy your dinner with your family, and it's great to talk to you. Yeah, so Gold Rake, I actually can help you with the trees. Oop, autopilot on. Oop, what the hell is going on here? Okay. Go on X-Plane.org. And search up Zap Trees. Just do it in Google. It's a little app that runs an X-Plane, little plugin that runs an X-Plane, and it gets rid of every tree in the world. And I just don't use trees anymore. I don't have any trees in X-Plane. A couple pop up here and there because they're part of maybe custom scenery or whatever, but I got rid of all trees. Got rid of them all. You can build your own airports in X-Plane. I haven't. You downloaded the VR Aviation files. Oh yeah, that was created by Brad. M9 created that library. It's got our hangar in there and stuff. That'd be cool. Let me know if you build any. Let me know. Yeah, let me know. I mean, if you want to build, if you want to have any, if you're interested in building any, like it would be cool to have a hangar at. We have a hangar at 33N, and we have a hangar at WWD, Cape May. We don't have a hangar at Roanoke. Although I don't know where the hell you would put it in Roanoke, but that would be kind of cool. Or maybe just a smaller, like the 2-lotters. It'd be cool to have a hangar at. That was created by M9. He did the Cape May one, and he did the Delaware Park 33.9. But it would be cool to have. I'm not sure, where could you put hangars? It really depends where you have the space to do it. I guess like what would be a cool one? Let me think about it. Yeah, BTM. Yeah, that's right. Back in the days when we had that Western FBO network. That's right, BTM. That was a cool airport, actually. We did that one too. So you're into creating those? I started to get into it. I just don't have the time to do it. It's cool to do though. I'm just trying to think which one would be cool to have. Like DAA would be cool. Because we own that one. Let's see. DMW would be another course. Is it DWM? I always get that confused. I think it's DMW. But it's nice to have them at Cape May because that's the hub. Roanoke would be cool too. That would be a cool one to have. Roanoke has a lot of hangars already, but if we had a VR Aviation hangar at Roanoke, because that's like the second hub, that would be pretty cool. Novice level, yeah. M9 got really good at it real quick. I guess he started by doing ours. I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Look at that. Look at the shadows of those peaks. Pretty killer. The other thing that looks pretty bad in X-Plane is the water. Yeah. FS2020 definitely has it over X-Plane with the water for sure. Paying attention to my leaning mixture here. And the tanks. Yeah, the good old days. Yeah, we just sold that network because people weren't really flying there much, you know. I did, maybe you did, but we just didn't get the traffic there, you know, because Cape May and Roanoke are on the East Coast, and I've got them connected into some other airports. We get a good amount of traffic, especially since the influx of new users in FSEconomy, like 5,000 new users in 2 months. You know, so the FBO's really, it's amazing how quickly those ground crew fees add up. Like, I think last month we did like $200,000 in ground crew fees, and that's like, you know, what, a couple $100 a flight, something like that. It just adds up. You get all those flights, and if you don't have that type of action in your FBO network, it's basically not profitable, you know. And my theory is it's all for fun, true, right? So you're less worried about profit. But my theory in FSEconomy is that you're trying to build up money so that you can advance the group. So, like, you know, for example, we got one FBO that we're focusing on in the East. It's pretty big. It's got two It's got 2 3-lotters. You want a bunch in North Carolina. That's cool. We should, I mean, I connected, there's one in we have some in Southern Virginia. Maybe we could do some from some facility connection. But, you know, my theory is I want to take that group and advance it. So either you advance it through improving your FBO network, or you advance it through buying more planes, right? So the only way we could really improve the FBO network at this point is to buy another 3-lotter in that area, and that's not going to be easy. Or we could do it by adding planes. And, you know, for most of the decent planes that are going to be profitable in FS economy, you got to spend 800,000, 900,000, somewhere around there. So I think that's, you know, as we keep earning the cash and building up the cash for the group. And I put a lot of my own personal money into it, you know. But that's okay. I don't mind doing that. It's phony money anyway, and it helps. It helps the group going. The group is what it's all about. But like I was saying before, I sold off a bunch of FBOs, like this one right here we just flew from. I used to own that. I sold off those because, well, let me know which ones you're connected to. Let me know, because I need to connect back to you, and that'll generate more traffic. So send me an IM on Discord and let me know which airports you have connected to which, so that I can do those connections as well. All right? And I may not be able to do all of them, but I'll do as many as I can, so that this way you'll get round trip traffic. The traffic will be generated better. You got to have that. You got to have like the connection on both sides. All right? Let me know which ones. So anyway, so that's the idea is to advance the VR Aviation group in FS economy. And right now I'm thinking, you know, a good 3-lotter is going to cost, in that area that we're in there, it's going to cost at least $6 million, maybe $7 million. And I've never borrowed any, I've never had any loans ever in FS economy. I don't believe in that. So I believe in spending the money that you got, right? So it's going to take a while, even though we got this crazy pilot, Crackerjack 1, who's flying like a maniac, which is great. He's helping earn a lot of money for the group. You know, to earn $6-7 million, we really need 8, because we got to keep $1 million in reserve for whatever. It's going to be, you've been flying a lot out of DC. All right, cool. Yeah, that's one. IAD is one I wish we could own. We need to create a perfect triangle. The one I've got my eye on is, well, I don't want to say it. Because I want to be able to make an offer for it without anybody knowing I'm making an offer for it when we're ready. And I may use some of my own money to do that, because I've got like $5 million or something. I think my purse, like I've got $5 million, and I've got about 10-12 planes, something like that, and they're all like $800,000-900,000 planes. So I'm actually trying to sell a PC-12 right now. I'm trying to sell it for a while, because I had 2 of them, only need 1. But yeah, so I may lend money to the group to, if something comes up, to buy it, and then the group can just pay me back over time or whatever, you know. Because it's going to cost $6 million, at least $6 million. I paid $6.5 million for Roanoke. The group had earned, I think I lent the money like $1 million. I lent the group $1 million or something like that. Or gave, I didn't lend, I gave $1 million to buy it, and that was $6.5 million. And I was actually going to sell Roanoke before. It was right before the FS 2020 was released. I was going to sell Roanoke because no one was going there, you know, and all of a sudden we had this influx of users, and the traffic just like spiked, and I was like, okay, I'm not selling that anymore. But anyway, I'm trying to think of ways that the group can make money, and I think it's renting aircraft, so we're going to try to get it up to $6-7 million so we can buy another FBO, 3-lotter, and then have a triangle hub, and then spokes off that, and it'll be a nice network in the Northeast that everyone can fly and stuff. So that's the goal. But yeah, let me know, and I'll be happy to connect. All right, there's Las Vegas. Tank's looking good. We're burning 19. Could probably go down a little bit. Flying at 157. All systems looking good. I could take a shortcut and hand fly this, but we'll kind of leave it as is. Sorry guys, just looking at something here. Nothing like flying in VR. So great. I tell you what, for my personal group that I have, Aero VR is the group. I just basically I buy planes and rent them, and I bought like 3 TBM 930s and have them in different, pretty busy airports, and they just are making a ton of money. All the FS2020 renters, those planes are constantly rented, like every day, like 5 or 6 rentals. You know, it's great. That's much better way to make money right now in FS economy than FBOs. Much better. Unless you have, like I said, a screaming FBO in an area that's super busy. All right, about to cross the mountains here, and probably about 20 minutes from, let's see. Oh yeah, 13 minutes from our destination, I bet. See, this is a real G1000. Look at this. You don't have this on the G1000 and FS2020. Destination ETA, okay, tells you fuel on board when you land. We're going to have 34 gallons. Exactly how many miles it is to 74 feet. You don't have that information. All it does, it tells you to your next waypoint. And the flight plan inset on the PFD doesn't even work. Like it doesn't count down the miles. It doesn't even work. Vertical navigation. You mean an X-plane? Which plane are you talking about? You mean like, so you're talking about like flight levels? Yeah, there's probably some videos on that, how to do that. I've never done it either. I just use, like, you know, fly as you go, vertical speed. You know what I mean? I've never used VNAV either. This plane doesn't have. I guess it does have VNAV. I've never ventured into that. I agree with you. I need to learn that too. Guess it probably would be wise to learn about that before I learn how to fly the A320, right? I just think the A320 would be fun to fly. It's different trajectory of content, you know, for my channel, and it'd be, you know, just interesting to learn how to land that thing. I got to figure out the best one to get an X-plane. And maybe I'll look at that today. You guys, the A320, do you guys know, is it flight factor? Just let me take a look here. X-plane 11A320. There's a free. What's the free one? I don't mind paying for one. That's good. Flight factor. That's the one I always hear about. Flight factor. $90. That's a probably pretty intense, like, you know, gotta learn how to fly all the systems and stuff, right? That's the one everyone talks about. So there's flight factor, Aerosoft. Aerosoft, which is $50. I guess for me it'd be the one that's best in VR. I'm gonna have to do that research. I don't mind spending an extra $30 if it's really good in VR. So you never know which button to push. Use what pilot ATC tells me. About 100 miles out, 300,000 started getting concerned. So you're saying that piloted PC is not, is it pilot to ATC or pilot to PC? I think it's pilot to ATC. It's not accurate, I guess, or, so here we want to get down to 4K again, right? 4K is a good number. I mean, I could turn on, what do you call it? What the hell's going on here? Oh, I know what happened. I hit the nav button by mistake. All right, let's see. We're gonna go vertical speed. Come on. And we'll go down to 800 feet per minute. I hit that nav button by mistake. Pilot ATC has you start the job 90 miles out, about 100, in 90 miles, about, oh yeah. So basically the ATC is not correct. That's why, dude, I think the jam is to go with a real human ATC simulation. POSCON, which is the new one, I guess, coming out, which I've been looking into. Pilot Edge, if you want to pay $20 a month, or VATSIM, you know. Yeah, but you can get like flight following and stuff on there, you know. I don't know. I'm really thinking that rather than monkey around with like software-driven ATCs. I mean, I had a problem with FS2020s after this patch where it's based. I was flying from Cape May to Carroll in Maryland, and it just kept transferring me between the Washington Center and the Dover Center, just constantly. Washington, then it would transfer me to Dover, then it would transfer me to Washington, then it would transfer me to Dover. It just kept doing it, boom, 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 boom. And I'm saying to myself, you know, I'm just going to go with a human, I think. You know? Bite the bullet. Get over my fear of talking to ATC. Gonna make mistakes here and there. So what? No one's gonna die. Who cares? You know? Alright, let's switch over to the right tank. I'm just leaning towards going towards talking to humans. More realistic, more fun. One less thing to click. I know it's got voice recognition and all that. I don't know. I just think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it looks really cool. I looked into it. I know it's only $60. It looks very cool. I don't know. The thing is, too, when you're streaming, it's like one less. If I could just talk to somebody, it's one less thing, right? That's why it was nice in FS2020 when you had the AI co-pilot dealing with your comms, but it gets messed up, so you can't like trust it, you know. All right, so we got about 13 miles in. It's been a nice couple flights here. We flew a nice amount of time today. Have you tried, take 6, have you tried the human interaction ATCs at all? We actually had a VATSIM controller on here a couple streams ago, and she was giving us some insight into VATSIM. Coming down to 3,900 feet into Calvetta. Oh, you mean pilot to ATC has nice analytics? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's probably like on your flights, I guess. I took a look at it. I watched like an hour tutorial on it, and it looks really good. I don't know. Software's going to make mistakes, yeah. Humans are going to make mistakes too, but they're not going to, you know, they're going to bring you down to altitude at the right time because they're human. And they can analyze multiple factors. Oh shit, sorry guys. Sorry about that. You wise guy. You wise guy. You guys should have told me that, man. I've been flying for about 20 minutes with that dopey, yeah, sorry about that. Alright, autopilot is disengaged. We are lining up for our landing at the, I think it's 24, I can't remember which runway it is. But I used to own this airport. I don't own it anymore. I feel like I'm trespassing. Slowing that plane down, getting that trim up. Yeah, sorry about that. Got the airport in sight. Get the field in sight. This would be my last landing of the day because I'm hungry. I gotta go grab some lunch. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me know. Otherwise, this whole thing would have been blocked. Alright, so we're at 110. We can hit that first notch of flaps. And get ourselves nicely lined up. See, this is what I love about VR, is you can just look over the nose like that. Oh, look at that. Can't do that easily in 2D. Gotta like hit buttons or have track IR. Track IR is fine, but you don't have peripheral vision in track IR. Even though it's limited, I mean, I could just tilt my head a little bit and get a lot of peripheral vision. Like I'm looking straight at the runway, and I just go like this a little bit, and I'm really still looking at the runway. My eyes shift, stay on the runway. But now I have peripheral vision to the right, and same to the left. That's something you can't do in 2D. Full flaps. VR is it when it comes to flight sim. I said that 4 years ago. I'll continue to say it. And everybody that tries it, 99% of them say the same thing. Once they get things working correctly. When it's like this, super smooth, you can't beat it, man. It's the way to fly in a simulator. Only way to land. Look at that. You got peripheral vision. Like right there, I got peripheral vision right here. I could see where I am in space and how easy it is to flare up, throttle down, and just let the energy bleed from that plane and slowly hit that runway, nose down. Boom! What a beautiful landing. It's eons easier. For sure. I'm surprised I don't have like an exit ramp here. Like right there would have been a perfect place. Just put an exit ramp right there. Why don't they have one there? I'm going to leave the plane here overnight. We're going to leave Gulf Echo here overnight. Ooh, make sure I can make my turn here. So we'll park next to the temporary building there. Come on. I'm terrible with this differential braking. Oh, they got the chalks right there for me, or chucks, whatever, however the hell you say it. All right, let's see where we are here. Beautiful, look at that. Perfect spot to stop the plane. Look at that. Nice. Guess we can move her a little bit more. All right. Parking brake on. All right. FSEconomy flight stopped. Let's just do that first. Then we'll shut this bird down. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this stream today. I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Clean up our flaps. And let's get our... I guess we should turn our engine off this way. And let's get all this stuff off. Heat's off. Come on. Oops. And that's that. Thank you, man. Bruce, thank you for the butter. Appreciate that. All right, guys. That's going to do it. Always love flying this bird. Always a pleasure. Even though we had a few issues in the beginning. I think those were actually X-Plane VR issues. But that was great. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for the company. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. And I'll be back here most likely Tuesday night. I may stream tomorrow, do a like a fun FS 2020 kind of scenic kind of thing or something. We'll see. I'm not sure what the wife has planned for tomorrow, but in any event, you guys have a great Saturday. You have a great weekend, Bruce, too, and enjoy your VR flying in OA, Diesel. Thanks for joining, guys, and have a great Saturday. Take care, man. Thanks for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care.